Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jake with Fitness Insider coming at you guys with another good one today. But first, as always, hit that subscribe button, join the family. Special thanks to everybody that has been subscribing and liking the videos. It does a lot for me. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go ahead and get into this. So, the first story I got for you guys today is again about Big Ramy. So, yesterday I did post up some photos that he dropped on his Instagram story that was a couple days out from the Arnold Classic Ohio. Now, today he dropped some photos basically a week out from the show, which even shows, in my opinion, better conditioning than from a couple days out. So these photos, and I will say this, it looks like to be better lighting in this room and higher quality photos, so maybe that's it, but he looks phenomenal here. You can see in the side tricep, look at his glutes right here, man. His glutes are shredded from the side. Granted, Ramy always looks good from the side. From a leg standpoint, his legs are always separated. Even if his conditioning's not great, you can be sure that his side leg is going to look good in a side chest or a side tricep, right? But this is something different. His tricep looks fully. Just the separation is crazy here, and I've heard other people say that even these photos are not. Basically, they think that he doesn't look as shredded as he needs to be. I don't see it, guys. I think he looks phenomenal. I'm not going to say he has the craziest conditioning that I've ever seen, but guys, this is Ramy. I don't think is ever going to be like crazy dry and conditioned for a guy that's 310 pounds on stage. He looked phenomenal in the night show at the Arnold Ohio. I don't understand why. I think people really just with all the hype going into it, I think they expected to see this insanely mind-blowing conditioning, like something like Sean Roden had in 2018. I never expected that. I expected about what I got in the night show. He was very dry, very separated, and he brought a very good package. For some reason, there's a lot of people who believe, like I did, that it was a very good showing for him, and there's other people that think he was off. All right, so prejudging, he was not quite as sharp as he was in the night show, but I would not call that off. He was definitely, his legs looked a little bit too big in prejudging, but as you can see here, man, everything was there. Like, his conditioning was definitely better than I've seen it for a long time. Now, way back in the day when he did the New York Pro, he looked phenomenal, okay? 2017 Olympia, he looked phenomenal. But I would argue his night show in the 2020 Arnold Classic was probably either the best or the second best package that we've ever seen from Ramy. And to get third place, I don't see it, man. I think he looked every bit as good in the night show than he did in 2017's Olympia. And in that Olympia, he got second to Phil Heath. And to give him third place in a show like this, again, I don't want to take anything away from William Bonac and Dexter Jackson. Okay, Dexter Jackson is another one of my favorite bodybuilders, and I was so happy that he did well in the show. And taking top 2 at 50 years old, phenomenal. I was so happy for the guy. And William Bonac, again, he's a solid competitor. He's a world-class athlete. He looks phenomenal every single show he does. Even when William comes in, let's say 90%, he is still like mind-blowing. He looks phenomenal every time. So I'm happy for him too. I'm very happy that he won another Arnold Classic. But I don't think I think Ramy deserved to be in the top 2. I just no lower than second place. All right. If you want to make the argument that he was second place in not winning the show, that's fine. But to say, third place, I don't quite agree with that. Now, even the judges only had him in third place, losing to Dexter by 1 point. I think it was like 37-38, so it was very close. So, a lot of judges had him in second place after the night show. But either way, guys, what's done is done. It's fine. I just hope that the Olympia is still on, and I hope that the Athleticon is still on, because I can guarantee you this. If he stays with Chad Nichols and, these guys continue to make improvements and do more shows, we're going to see the best package from Big Ramy that we have ever seen. I can guarantee that. They just need a little bit more time together, and they have to keep doing this process of trial and error to figure out exactly how to prep this guy. So believe me, guys, we're not done seeing the best from this guy. This year, if they continue to do shows by the end of the year, we're going to see something great from this guy as long as everything works out for the Olympia and with all the craziness going on in this world. Okay, guys, and for my next story, I'm going to go ahead and sum up basically the most recent drama between Patrick Moore and King Kamali. So, a quick summary would be this. King Kamali was giving an analysis of Patrick Moore's performance at the Arnold Classic. So, he basically said, you know, you looked good, you looked better at the Olympia. I think you have a very classic physique, and you should probably lose a little weight, stop training arms, and step into the classic physique division and give people like Chris Bumstead a run for your money because you'd probably be top of the class there. Patrick Moore basically took it a different way and said, hey, you know, just because I didn't do as well as everyone thought I was going to do doesn't mean that I failed at this and I should just give up. That is weak-minded, and he went on to say that you should be encouraging people, not discouraging them from following their dreams. So I'm going to go ahead and do it like this, okay? My analysis of this. I think King Kamali, I don't think he meant any disrespect by what he said with that. I don't think he was like taking a jab at Patrick saying like, hey, you failed, you can't make it in the men's open. I think he more so was just kind of speaking his mind, saying, hey man, you have a very classic physique. We have a division where you would shine. You would be amazing there. It'd be a perfect match. So, yeah, you could take that as a jab, but I don't think that's how he meant it. I think he really did mean it in a positive way. Like, hey, man, you're very classic. You would be amazing there. Now, on Patrick Moore's side, I don't think he was wrong to defend himself on that because, look, man, while he does have a little bit less size than a lot of the contenders, like Bonac and Ramy and everything, he's not a small guy by any means. And after finding out his weight and everything, yeah, it wouldn't make sense for him to lose the mass amount of size he'd have to step into the Classic and be competitive. So, and beyond that, he shouldn't have to. He's very competitive in the men's open. In fact, he's still kind of a younger, maybe not younger, but he's still kind of a newer IFBB pro. We are not done seeing the gains from this guy. I can tell you what, you give this guy another 2-3 years of making the strides that he's been making, we're going to see big things from this guy. We've already seen a very good showing at the Olympia, and even right here you can see, like, he was not off at the Arnold Classic. In fact, I think if you put a little bit more posing oil on the guy and the lighting was a little bit different, he probably looked very similar, okay? I do think his Olympia might have been a better showing, but again, this could be all lighting, posing oil, and tan, so it's hard to say, but he was definitely not off. His Christmas tree was very sharp at the Arnold. But either way, right, I would not call it a bad showing. It was not a failure. And he's not done making gains, all right? He's going to continue to keep putting size on. And over the next 2 years, I can tell you, this guy is going to be a star, man. Just give him the time to get that size and to keep hitting that conditioning and going through that trial and error to figure out how to prep perfectly for a show. But yeah, by all accounts, I think he definitely should stay in the Open because I think he's a good fit there, and he brings back the classic kind of physique to the men's Open. So I think he's a solid fit for the men's Open. Alright, guys, and for the last story, or basically the last topic I'm going to talk about, is the fact that Greene apparently just put out a new program for basically workouts you can do from home to keep the gains you have or even make gains during this whole thing with all the craziness going on right now. And I can tell you this, I'll be the first one to tell you, when the gym shut down, I was really bummed out about it because, like many of you, I'm sure, it's the favorite part of my day. It's the place that I love going to the gym. You go there, it makes you feel better, you're less stressed, you feel great, you're making gains, you look better. So when they took that away, when they closed everything down, I was kind of hesitant when I seen all these home workouts and things popping up on Instagram and everything. Because, I just figured, some push-ups and pull-ups, I was like, that's not gonna make the gains that I need like a gym would. But you know what? I'll be honest, you know what? That was a negative way of thinking. I'm trying to be more positive about this, and that's the best thing you could do is try to adjust your attitude and be like, hey, this is the reality of the situation that we have, and there are things we can do to stay healthy, to keep moving, and to at least maintain the gains you have. I mean, that's great right there, because this is not going to last forever. This is going to get better. It's going to return to normal. We just need to do what we can to keep positive, keep moving forward, to keep the gains that we have. And, you know, I haven't looked at his program, but I'm sure there's a lot of programs like this and other things that you could find on the internet to basically keep your body moving and to keep the muscles going. And at the very least, you'll be shaking things up and you'll have a little bit of muscle confusion going on. So I, for one, just got myself a mini dumbbell set, you know, from 10 pounds up to 30-pound dumbbells. And while it's not the heaviest, you know, I just got to do more reps, focus more on the contraction, and, you know, go for those burnouts. You know, I'm going to do what I can to keep the gains that I have, and I suggest we all do the same thing. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to end things on that bright note, because I've noticed a lot of people I know, and I've seen it on the internet, the facts that the gyms are closed, you know, it seems pretty detrimental to everybody's focus right now. And I feel like, you know, let's try to keep things positive. Let's try to focus on what we can do, and eventually we will find our way out of this thing. But anyways, guys, to everybody that stuck around to the end, I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, definitely consider subscribing if you like what you've seen. Again, thanks for sticking around. I'll see you on the next one.